The Atlantic hurricane season officially comes to an end next Saturday. 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Adam Stremko takes a look back at how active things were in the tropics this season.
Despite a forecast that initially called for an active hurricane season, it looks like this hurricane season will end up being one of the quietest ones we've seen in a long time. The Atlantic hurricane season started on June 1st and will come to an end on November 30th. Just a few days after it started, Tropical Storm Andrea developed in the Gulf of Mexico and moved across Florida. It weakened as it moved up the eastern seaboard, but did bring heavy rain to us here in New England. But despite an early start, there were only two hurricanes that formed in the Atlantic, Humberto and Ingrid. Neither of those hurricanes reached Category 2 strength. That hasn't happened since 1968. One of the reasons why we may not have seen many hurricanes in the Atlantic could be due to a large dust storm that developed over the Sahara Desert. It pushed dust and dry air out over the Atlantic Ocean back in August and made it difficult for storms to develop off the African coast.
This is usually when you get the deals, you know, on the Caribbean cruises because of the fact that there might be a storm. But they were surprised, so I guess I am too.
Of course, things were very different in the Western Pacific. Typhoon Haiyan was one of the strongest typhoons on record when it made landfall in the Philippines. Some people 22 News talked to were relieved that we didn't see any hurricanes like that in the Atlantic.
I'm just really happy that we didn't get the bad weather, and I hope our winter season isn't bad either. So I'm looking forward to a mild winter, and I'm glad we didn't have bad weather beforehand.
The National Hurricane Center is not expecting anything to develop in the Atlantic over the next 5 days, so it looks like we could be pretty much in the clear for the rest of the hurricane season. Live in the studio, Adam Stremko, 22 News.